All right, fellas, welcome back. Hope everybody has had a good week. Let's see here, fellas. First up is I got a shop card in the mail yesterday from Dean over at Bench Racing Garage. He's hosting the Weekend Warrior group build that I just got in. It just started. I think you got until April the 4th, if I might be mistaken, but I think that's right. Till it ends. So, anyway, we jumped in on that, but Dean, I appreciate the card, man. That really means a lot, man. That you sent me one of your daggone cards. I really appreciate you and your wife. I appreciate what y'all do, and I appreciate the daggone card. And got some cool builds on this card, man. My favorite one is that daggone long roof right there, man. I love them long roof cars. Him and his buddy, another Dean's from Kentucky. I really like that. Nothing against nobody, but I am partial to my Kentucky fellers. But anyway, him and his buddy Jeff Lawless, the bearded guy, Jeff Lawless channel, they did a buddy build not long ago on some long roof Chevy 2 Novas right there, and man, both of them was daggone cool. Jeff's was cool. Dean's was. But anyway, Dean, I appreciate your channel. I appreciate what you're doing. I appreciate the card. And man, cool group build you got going on. Weekend Warrior group build. Yo, you fellas need to check that out, man. I'm gonna move this because my Christmas cards is kind of, they're kind of tall. Some of them are. But anyway, while I'm on my Kentucky fellers, got a card in the mail today from the bearded guy, Jeff Lawless. This fella right here. Y'all know who he is. Got that red truck on it, man, with a Christmas tree in the back. Really a pretty daggone card, man. Pretty Christmas scene with the snow and the Christmas tree in the back, the wreath on the tailgate, man. That is so daggone cool. Uh, Looks really cool on a Christmas card. I don't like seeing it around me anyway. But anyway, Jeff, thank you so much for the card, man, and I appreciate your channel and what you do, and hope you and your family have a really Merry Christmas, as well as Dean over at Bench Racing Garage. All right, fellas, we're going to try to move through this because I think I got quite a bit here, man. This might be a long video. All right, while I'm on to my Kentucky fellers, man, I got this card in today also. Another Kentucky feller, Tim, Throttle Power. It's all about the Throttle Power channel, man. Hell, y'all know who Tim is. He does so daggone much. He puts up so many videos, man. I've got, I guarantee it, I've got more time in watching his videos, watch time hours, as anybody on YouTube doing anything on YouTube, man. I love Tim's channel. He does so daggone much. Tim, man, I really appreciate you thanking me and my family, sending us a card. So daggone cool, man. And that's a cool looking card right there. Another good Christmassy scene. Really kind of gets you in the spirit of it, don't it? That is so daggone cool. Tim over at Throttle Power, man, I appreciate the card. I appreciate you thinking of me, man. That really means a lot, fella. All right, let's see here. Now we're gonna move along here. Next up is got another cool card with an old truck on it, man, and a winter Christmassy scene, man. That is so cool. The barn, the windmill lit up, the lantern here, the old truck. That is so cool with the Christmas tree in the back, of course. Anyway, that is so cool. Dave, I appreciate the Dave Woody Scale Model Garage. I appreciate the daggone Christmas card, man. I appreciate you thinking of me. And this one has them little speckly things on it too, man, that kind of reflects when you. I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but I can see it, and it's cool, man. I like those cards that twinkle at you. All right, Dave. Thank you so much for the card, man, and also I really appreciate that little sticker. That right there is cool, man. You fellers with the stickers that is so daggone cool. So let's move along here, fellers. All right, next up is I got in another cool card with another truck, red truck on it with a wreath in the grill, man. That is so daggone cool. That one come in from Grumpy Greg's Models and Toys. Greg and his wife, if I ain't mistaken, her name was Debbie. I seen in there. Could be wrong, but I think it's right. Daggone. Let me look, fellas. Hold on. I was right. Greg and Debbie, thank you so much for the card. Greg, man, I appreciate you thinking of me during Christmas and sending me a card, a cool card at that. And this in here's got the little twinkly, speckly things on it, too. That is so cool, fellers. Greg, Debbie, thank you for the Christmas card, and I hope y'all have the merriest of Christmases coming up. All right, fellers, let's move along here. That back there, that's cool. All right, next up is I got in another cool card from Doug Hensley. That is a cool card, man. Another snowy scene. Cold. It looks cold, but it is cool, man. Is that not pretty? Right there. Anyway, this fella right here, Doug Hensley over at Hensley Hobbies, another Kentucky feller. Doug, man, I appreciate the card. I appreciate you thinking of me and my family at Christmas time. I hope you and yours have the merriest of Christmases and the best of New Year's. And man, I appreciate your channel. I always enjoy watching your videos. You're another one I've got on a notification that when you put up a new video, it gives me a message that you did. So I can go check it out. Doug Hensley, Hensley Hobbies. Man, I appreciate the card. I wish you and yours the merriest of Christmases. Thank you so much. All right, fellas, let's see here. We're going to move on to my good buddy, Vinny, right here, Pit Stop Scale Model Garage. He sent me this card. He sent me a sticker. Is that not a cool looking sticker? Again, man, you fellers with the stickers, that is so daggone cool. All right. And he sent me this card also. 68, 69 Chevelle. I can't tell. Looking at the side, I can't tell. I'm sure there's something, but I can't tell. I can only tell when I see the back end, see the tail lights. That's the only way I can tell the difference in a 68, 69. But it don't matter. They both are very sharp cars. And if I ain't mistaken, I think Vinny had one like this back in the day. So that right there is cool right there. Vinny, thank you for that card. And also, thank you for this cool daggone Christmas card, man. Uh, Vinny's out in Arizona, I do believe. I could be wrong, but I think maybe Phoenix, Arizona. Anyway, cactuses in the background. Ain't no snowy scene there. I kind of like that, fellers. Ain't much on the snow, man. Looks pretty on Christmas cards. Not when you go outside, I don't think. Anyway, fellers, Vinny over at Pit Stop Scale Model Garage. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate the cards. I really appreciate your friendship, man. And talking to you on the phone is so daggone cool. I've talked to Vinny and also Link over at Link Scale Models. I've talked to those two fellers on the phone, and man, it's always so cool. And man, I appreciate it. Vinny, Pit Stop Scale Model Garage. I really appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. All right, fellas, we're going to kind of try to move along here. Next up is this bike here I just pointed at it a while ago. Chase Elliott, 2022 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 Salvino's JR models. I won that rascal. I can't believe I won a daggone drawing. Tim over at Box Stock Garage, man, he had a 500 sub drawing. And Tim, congrats on the 500 plus subs now. That is so daggone cool. And man, that's cool. And he had a drawing and he gave away 3 kits. And somehow, I don't know, I was I was the first pick and I got my choice. And This race car was one of the three. So y'all know what I'm gonna take. If you watched any of my videos, I definitely took the daggone race car, and it came with an extra decal sheet. So we got that on Tim's 500 sub drawing, man. First pick right there. Tim over at Box Stock Garage. Vinny, I just watched one of his videos earlier, and I think he was the third pick, and he got a 77 Pinto. And I got one of them. I'll show that coming up here in just a second. But let me get this out of the way because I got something really cool, man, to go with this other Christmas card. This right here is so daggone cool. Tim, thank you, man. I was happy to win that. First one I ever won. All right, now let me get this in here if I can do this without messing stuff up. All right, let's see here. The other day, I got a package in the mail, and it was bigger than a daggone envelope for a Christmas card. I'm trying to get this in here where I can spin it and not hit my knucklehead. There we go. Anyway, I got a box, and I hadn't ordered a daggone thing, and it had my name on it. So anyway, man, I brought it in, I opened it up, and the first thing on top, man, was this really cool Christmas card, a kitty on it from Kyle at RKD Scale Works. He had sent me a box, man, and this was on top, and then there was a letter inside. Also, Kyle, thank you so much for the card, and I appreciate you thinking of me and sending me a card. But that's not the onlyest daggone thing he sent, fellers. Cool card, man. A kitty. I like kitties. I got one over at work that I take care of. I love that little rascal. All right, fellas, let me get that out of the way because I got something cool to show you that he sent me. This daggone Davy Allison number 28 Haviline car. Man, Thunderbird, that is so daggone cool. He had built this and he sent it to me. He said use it for parts or whatever. And man, it ain't no way in the world this little rascal will ever be used for parts. It's a complete model built by Kyle RKD Scale Works when he was getting back into modeling. He said this right here was one of them that got him back into it. Kyle, man, I appreciate the daggone thought of that, man. That is so cool. And again, this little rascal right here is not going to be used for parts. This is a jewel. I built one of these back in the day, and I keep mine in the box so it don't get dusty, and it's a cool build. I showed it in a video once, but I think I went back and deleted a bunch of my videos, and it's gone. But anyway, Kyle, RKD Scale Works. Kyle, thank you so much for thinking of me, man. This really means a lot. You have no idea. I wish you and your family the merriest of Christmases and the happiest of New Year's. And I appreciate what you do on your channel, man. And this means a lot. Kyle, thank you so much. All right, fellas, I'm going to pause you here a minute because I'm going to try to get set up for my next little deal here. So hang on, fellas. If I do this right, we'll be back. If not, we'll catch you on the next one. But hopefully, I'll be back. Hang on tight. All right, if I did this right, we're back. Should have been second or so for y'all, been a few minutes for me trying to get this all done. All right, man. This is my I guess a 2024 recap. This is what I built on my channel since I started my channel. This is the ones that I put together in 2024. All right, my very first one that I ever did that I built on YouTube and showed as I went along. I don't show where I build models. I ain't got the capabilities to set everything up. I got two little bitty TV stand tables here that I work on. So anyway, fellers, the Terry Thacker, also known as AKA Senior, the tribute build. Again, another Kentucky feller, man. He passed on to I'm sure the better side the better side of life. But anyway, he let's see here. Got Fuels, Model Garage, and Fred Henry that they hosted a tribute build, man. So I jumped in on that, and this is what we did: a race car. I've told y'all I love race cars. That's my favorite kits to build. So anyway, this was our Thacker tribute build. This was the first one that I showed as I opened the box till you see what you see right here. This is what I did on my first little deal. So anyway, I'm trying to show you this. Try to be kind of quick. I don't know. You've seen it. It's in videos. Anyway, pretty cool, man. It sets good, man. It's really it's a really cool model. Senior, I hope you appreciated that. Pretty daggone cool. So let me move this little feller and set him over here for just a second. And then the second build that we did was another group build. It was the Saturday night short track group build hosted by, let's see here, Mike over at Scale Model Outlaw, and I say Jason, I don't know how to say his Hanscom over at Blue Ox Model Shop. They hosted the Saturday night short track group build, and this is what we come up with. I mentioned earlier, Vinny won the 77 Pinto kit. This is that kit. This is that very kit. Kit bashed, of course, or junk box is what I call it. Bashed, if you want to say that. Anyway, this is what we built for that, man. She's a little mini stock. And before I go any further, this little rascal was banned in 7 states. And it could be because there's no the fuel cell in the back. I've got no wall in the back to separate it from the driver. She's an outlaw. All right, fellas. This is what we did for that group build, and it turned out pretty cool, man. I like it anyway. She's a 4-cylinder unit. I like it. The bars could have went on forward, but hey, fellas, these guys did. They bought this U.S. Mail 77 Pinto in an auction and made them a mini stock. So they did all right. All right, fellas, let's get him moved over. We're going to try to breeze on through this. I think maybe the next one I did maybe was a 76 Caprice, the one with the trailer and MPC kit. Oh, horrible kit. I didn't really like it. It wasn't my model. I built it for one of my friends, and it's not here. So, which is all right with me. MBC. To me, more plastic crap. All right, let's see here. I think the next one that we did on our channel is the 71 CUDA, and I could be mistaken, but from 74, I'm pretty daggone sure. 71 was the only one with 4 headlights. I love that right there. 71 Hemi CUDA. We did this. This was our buddy build with our buddy Chase over at 408 Model Shop. This was our buddy build, man, and this is the one we did, and turned out pretty daggone cool, man. I like it. I usually don't do the silver paint, but chrome, whatever, around the windows, man. I'm not very good at that. Hell, I can't see. But anyway, I taped all that off and did it, and it turned out pretty daggone good for me anyway. Works for me, fellers. Doesn't do nothing but sit over here on the shelf till I put it back in the box. Let's see here. But anyway, that was our buddy build with our buddy Chase over at 408 Model Shop. So let me get him out of the way. And the next one that we did on our channel, we just knocked the deck lid off the back. Ain't no problem. She goes right back on there. Anyway, this was our next build that we did was the number 68 Country Time Lemonade NASCAR race car. This was our next build that we did. This is one that I had started way back years ago. I didn't even remember having this. Opened up a box. The boxes come in, and this was in there. All the bars was done, and it was pretty far along, and hell, it wasn't finished. So I finished this little jewel, and it turned out pretty daggone sweet, I think. It's an Oldsmobile. Oh hell, I can't remember. Is it a Cutlass? I don't know what kind of car it is. It's an Oldsmobile. It was driven by Bobby Hamilton. Anyway, this was our next build on our channel, and daggone, it turned out pretty cool too. I like that little old build right there. And man, Joe over at Big Sky Model Workshop, he sent me this daggone card out of his personal collection with Bobby Hamilton autographed. That is so cool, man. Joe, Big Sky Model Workshop, you didn't have to do that, but man, I really appreciate that, and it goes very well with this car right here, this model. Let's see. I don't know if I raised the other ones up. Whatever, it don't matter. Anyway, I've shown them. They're on my channel. Anyway, you kind of see what we got going on there. Cool build, man. I like it. Works for me. I like race cars, fellers. So let me move this out of the way and get our last build that we just had done. Just had a final on this little jewel. I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, a couple of weeks. Anyway, our '29 Ford Model A Roadster. This was our very last build that we did. Now we're working on our Weekend Warrior group build, but you have to see them videos about that one. But anyway, '29 Ford Roadster, Model A Roadster. Man, this by Revell, it's a 2-in-1. You can build it kind of channeled over the frame, or you can build it where it's high boy, I think, it kind of sets up on top of the frame. I like the channeled. That's what I went with. I did end up getting me another one of these kits. I had one of these kits in my 500 sub drawing. Jeff Lawless got that one, and the other one, the food truck man, Pat up at Scott Cards Scale Dreams. He won that one. He's in Canada, and I don't know where the kid is. Them folks is on strike up there, and I don't know where it's at. I hope it shows up. Pat, I hope you get that rascal soon. I check the tracking number about every day to see if it's been delivered, and I don't know where it's at, but it's up in there somewhere. So anyway, we did get us another kit because I want to do this one where the high boy, where it sets up on top of the frame, man. Uh, these daggone kits is so daggone cool, man. They go together good, and I really enjoyed it. I don't do a whole lot of street rods or hot rods or whatever. I like my race cars, I like drag cars, and I like muscle cars too. Kind of what I've shown so far. I haven't shown any drag cars. But hell, if you want to, you could drag race this. You could bracket race that little jewel. All right, fellers. Maybe I don't know. It ain't got a roll bar, but it don't matter because we ain't bracket racing our hot rod. We're taking our wife to get a daggone ice cream in that jewel. So, fellers, that's all we've got for this week. And man, with Christmas coming up next week, I hope everybody has a really good Christmas. And fellers, if you're traveling, be safe. Please be safe. If you're traveling and get sleepy, pull over, rest up, man. Uh, I hope everybody has a really Merry Christmas. And fellers, I think that's about all we got for tonight. And again, everybody have a good, safe weekend. And fellers, if I get any more Christmas cards in before Christmas of next week, I'm on vacation next week. Hey, the wife is off work next week. She works for the school, so I scheduled me a vacation a few months back, and I finally got to that jewel. So yeah, I'm on vacation. If I get any more Christmas cards in, I'll try to do something. I guess Christmas Eve. I wait to see what all comes in, if any. I don't know, but if I do get any, fellers, I'll be back Christmas Eve to show those and give those fine fellers and folks a shout out. And fellers, until then, everybody have a really good safe weekend and a good safe week coming up. And everybody have a daggone really good Merry Christmas. Fellers, we'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good one.